Well, you've got to be happy with that. You've beaten Oxford United, but more than that, you've seen some of your fringe players turn in a performance that's going to give you a real headache come the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, I was pleased with some of the young players. You obviously mixed it up a little bit tonight. I felt used it as an opportunity to perhaps give a little rest to people like Joe Ostler and Cabby and Josh Ashby, the more senior players. But yeah, we had what did we have? Three players from our academy. That's nice to see, and we've got quite a good record of that this year. The young Stephen Caro didn't play tonight. The keeper's sort of been playing recently, and I think it's good to see sort of young lads coming through the junior section of the club and the under-19 programme. So yeah, they did well. I think Ben Barrett in midfield, he can play. He'll be working with him for some time. He's a good footballer, and I think that was John O'Donoghue's first start as well, and he did okay. So yeah, good for the young players, and I thought we showed a good reaction to going 1-0 down. Then to come back and be winning 2-1 at half time, and then I thought second half we probably could have scored a few more goals, to be fair. And Jack Stevens obviously made a few good saves for them, but I thought we were quite sort of comfortable in the end and deserved to win the game, really. Yeah.
Stevens, of course, you've had on loan here, so you know what he's capable of. Equally, two of the Oxford United players potentially in your squad for this weekend. I mean, it's weird, right?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, obviously. We did know that before. I mean, Chrissy Allen said that, they would want to use them for this evening's game, but they did come into us on Saturday, and both players, I think, can add a little bit of competition and a little bit of quality to our squad, which I think has been missing for us in the league the last couple of months. We have been down to, not, I won't say the bare bones, but we haven't had that competition for places. And I think I said on Saturday, you can do all of the coaching and that type of thing, which is important, but you do need a squad of players, and you do need that competition, to get the training at the right tempo and just sort of keep people on their toes, really. So I think Albie and Owen can come in and help us, definitely.
And when Owen James goes down, is it the first time you've ever been that bothered about an opposition player getting injured?
I mean, yeah, you're right, actually. I was thinking, crikey, we don't want him injured. And I thought Craig Fashionmaid was being really clever and kicking one of the lone players so he gets back in the squad. But Craig did well as well tonight. We've got to mention Craig at the start. He looked very lively, took his first goal well and was heavily involved in the second. And he's got good movement, good pace, and we do think he's got something. We sort of let him go out to Tame for a bit just to get some, 90 minutes, because we've been using him a little bit more as a sort of impact player. But no, Craig, did very well as well, was another one of the youngsters.
From down to the bare bones to an embarrassment of riches in a matter of days.
Yeah, I mean, football can soon change, can't it? I mean, we obviously got a good win at Chippenham on Saturday, and we'd been struggling up until then, really. But, we wanted to try and get a good result tonight. We did win the competition last year, and it's and also for our supporters, it's nice. I think they enjoyed trying to get a result against Oxford United. Being the two teams in the city, we obviously Oxford United are. Comparing us to Oxford United is a bit like night and day. I mean, we've got a lot, respect for those guys as the full-time professionals, and but I think for our sort of few supporters, it's quite nice to say, even though obviously we accept it was a very young side, under 23 stroke youth team group, so but for the people at the club, I'm sure they're pleased we've progressed. Yeah.